Hey guys, welcome to another ServerMiner plugin tutorial. I'm your host LCJim007 and today we're looking at the NotBounties plugin. So this is a really cool plugin which allows you to put bounties on other players for them to get targeted, and you can change the currency you use. So by default it is diamonds, but you can use another material, you can use a currency if you want, and overall it's a fantastic plugin and it works in a GUI. So first of all, if we do the /bounty help command, this is going to show us all of the different commands. And then if we do bounty on its own, it's going to show all the active bounties, so there isn't any at the moment. The way we give a bounty is by doing the /bounty command followed by a player's name and then the amount of the material that you want to put on them. So in this case I'm going to do 50 diamonds, and then in chat you'll say bounty placed on Stefan Buys for 50 diamonds, and then if we do the bounty command again, we can see that their face is in the GUI and it says kill this player to receive this reward. And then you can left click to remove and right click to edit, and if you edit it you can simply repeat the command to change the amount, maybe 60 to make it a little more enticing. So once you've done that, you can do the /bounty tracker command and then select a player who has a current bounty, and this is actually going to give you a bounty tracker, so you can see it is showing the distance I am from the other account and it's showing the direction they are. So if I were to come over here and fly in the wrong direction, you can see that the distance is increasing, and then as I fly over here getting very close to them, it shows me I am exactly a meter away from them, and there they are. So there's a few other useful commands. We can do the bounty BDC, which is going to disable the broadcast if you don't want to see them appearing in chat. We can do the bounty stat, and then either all, kills, immunity, death, etc. and mine is 0. We can do the top command to see who has the most bounties, and I got one earlier. And then if we do bounty list, that's going to list everyone who has a bounty. And as you can see in chat, it's going to broadcast that I claimed the bounty of 110 diamonds on my other account. So if you made any changes in the config file, you can do bounty reload, and I have just enabled immunity. Now immunity is a pretty cool feature which allows you to be protected from bounties. So if we do bounty followed by immunity, I can purchase this for 128 diamonds or whatever the amount set in the config file is, and you can make this permanent if you want. There is an option in the config file, and this will make it so no one can purchase bounties against me. So that's kind of how it works in-game. Let's head over to the config file and see what we can change in there. So here we are in the SMPicnic control panel, and the main file we want to look at is the config.yml. Now the first thing up at the top is the currency. As I mentioned, it is diamonds, and this is the prefix and suffix. Now if you want to change this to actual money, you need to go over to the spigot page, and it's got a little bit of a setup. So what we need to do is actually just copy and paste this, and this is going to be a placeholder. Now depending on what economy plugin you're using, this may be different, but as I'm using Vault, it is going to be nice and simple for me, so I copy and paste it over here. And the other thing we need to do is we need to add the remove and add currency commands. So come down here and we want to remove those square brackets and then just paste in these two new commands that we have. And there we go, we have changed it from diamonds to normal economy money. Then we have the minimum amount for a bounty and the minimum amount for it to be broadcast in chat. You can obviously change that. And then you can change the amount it gets taxed. So this is obviously a decimal, 0.25, that's 25%, and so on. If we scroll down, how many days until it expires, so they could last for 2 days or they could never expire, and then do you get the player's head when you successfully claim the bounty. And then there's a few other things down here like redeeming the reward later in the GUI. Do you want to be able to buy your own bounties? And then here is the immunity, so this was false by default, so I set it to true. And then permanent immunity, do you want that, yes or no, and the cost of it. Then we have scaling immunity, so this is going to protect you from lower bounties than what you paid. So if you don't have permanent immunity, you can say pay 500 diamonds for immunity, and any bounty less than that will not work on you. And scroll down a bit and we've got the bounty tracker, whether we want to enable that, yes or no. We've got an action bar, do we want that, and do you want the player to start glowing when you get close to them so you know it is in fact your bounty. So it's currently updated from 1.16 to 1.19. Here's a little bit of information on the spigot page, the config, setting up to a monetary currency, and the commands and permissions. But if you need a server to host it on, check out serverminer.com for the best and cheapest hosting around. That's it for me. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you next time.